What's up, guys, and welcome to another video, and let's get ready to wake up and react to another episode of Death Note, Season 1, Episode 9. So, I've tried different methods. I don't know, one method worked for Episode 2 of Death Note that I had re-uploaded for like the 7th time. But it didn't work for Episode 8. It still got blocked after a day, so I re-uploaded it with like an external link. So, looks like that's what we're gonna have to start doing. Yeah. Don't really know what else I can really do. I've really tried. I mean, wouldn't you rather me like upload the reaction to an external link where you get to see it like with no images over it or anything like that, and you just get to watch it? I'd rather have that. It's a fucking bag. I need to move that. Well, anyways, so Death Note. Last time he had all the cameras in his room and pretty much had all these like little not maneuvers, these things set in place to determine if someone had broken into his room or not, which they did. And then he kind of tricked them and had the little TV in his chip bag, and he was like watching the broadcast. Made it seem like he was just eating chips while he was like doing his homework, but in reality, I guess this motherfucker's ambidextrous and he can write with two hands at the same time or whatever. It's crazy. And he was writing down names of the killers that were being broadcast, but because they couldn't see him doing it, they think, oh, well, there's no way it could have been him doing it. He was studying the whole time. So, but these people died, so, and the only way Kira would know these people is if he was watching it, because these names haven't been released yet, so he's out of the woods for now. I don't know if it's going to last. I really feel like L always has some type of thing up his sleeve where he can, like it just always has, like, a trap set that we're, like, unaware of, and I kind of feel like that's what's happening here, because it always happens, and I'd find it odd if he didn't have that set in place, like this time, I guess. So, yeah, anyways, remember to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell to be notified every time I upload a video, and if you guys want full reactions, you can catch that on my Patreon. Other than that, let's jump into the reaction, guys. Oh my god, I don't even know. If he does this, if he kills him, like you said, he's gonna try to pull everything out of him, but even if he does that, even if he does like pull all this information out of him or whatever, right? If you kill him at the end of the day, people are gonna know that it's you, right? I mean, all these other people, he's gonna tell people that he told you he's L. People are gonna know. All these people he's working with. So when you do kill him, they are gonna know that it's you. I don't know if by that time he's gonna have some type of like contingency plan for that or whatever it is. Because I mean, that's a lot of, I feel like that's something that's gonna happen like at the end of the show. I don't know, man. How do I think that this show will end? That's an interesting question. I think that maybe, I don't know if he's gonna win or lose. I don't know if at the end of the day, him and L will like join forces against some other greater evil. I don't know. Maybe not. I think he's only gonna gain more power from here. Maybe he'll even gain a following, like, you know how Lelouch, has his Black Knights? Like, maybe L will get some type of group like that, like minions and shit. I don't know if that would be smart, because, like, they're stupid and they might out him in some way or fuck some shit up. I don't know if he would trust anyone else other than himself, so then that's probably not gonna happen, but I don't know, like, how will this end? One of them has to die. I know that. One of them's going to die. Or maybe they'll both die in the end, like, L will come up with a way to take Kira out, Light, but in the process, it's gonna be like he has to give up his own life type thing. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know how I see this ending. I don't want to say that it's just gonna be as simple as L outwits Light, because I don't know. And then I want to know who this other fucking girl is in the intro. I have no idea who that is. She seems like she's gonna be important. I mean, she hasn't been introduced yet, but I thought that Ray Penber's wife was gonna be important, and she wasn't. But this girl, it kind of seems like Light was like reaching his hand out to her, so I don't know. I really don't. So, yeah, Ryuk was checking the whole radius around him to make sure these 1,500 agents are not watching him, even though he thought it was a bluff. But Ryuk was still, I like how he's being careful, like, I'm pretty sure it's a bluff, but it might not be. Let's just play it safe. Just check everywhere for me, okay? That was smart on his part. I applaud him for that. Because I'm like that type of way too, like this paranoia. Like, I always feel like I need to over prepare. Like, it's better to over prepare than under prepare, because even at least if you over prepare, you're prepared. Nothing can catch you off guard. Yeah, it might be bad for your mental health, probably is, but then again, you're prepared for every situation. I think that's better than, oh fuck, I don't have my wallet, I don't have my keys because I didn't prepare for this, or I didn't prepare enough for my presentation. I didn't expect to get robbed. Like, have your mace, man, have your taser, whatever. I don't know, shit like that. Like, just be prepared for any situation. Oh, I'm not prepared for the fact that, I got in a car accident and all these people are bleeding. Oh, I don't have a first aid kit, or I wasn't prepared for all these questions being asked during my presentation. Shit like that. Like, just over prepare. So, yes, maybe these things might not be likely to happen, but if they do, you're good. Anyways, so I like that he thinks like that because I think the same way. But again, I know that overdoing that can be bad for you. But I still don't understand Light's whole thing about, I think it was around like 4 minutes or some shit. He was doing this. I don't know. Okay. So that whole thing he said, like, okay, try to think about this again. So Kira was killing people even when he wasn't watching TV, like mild cases, right, of criminals, minor criminals. And then he's like, and so then when I am watching TV, minor criminals are still killed. Or he's like, when I don't have a lot of information, minor criminals are killed, and even when I wasn't watching TV, I wasn't killing anyone that they saw. And then he's like, but then, so to make myself seem even less suspicious, I gotta, kill people even when I'm watching TV, or something like that. So that there's like no difference, or I don't know, like that's just weird. Like, why would you want to kill when you're watching TV? Like, I don't get that. I don't get it. And then, like, remember the criminals you saw on the TV and take your death note paper out with you and kill them when you're not watching TV. Like, I don't understand that. I don't get that. Like, he knows you can control the time of death. So, yeah, maybe you don't kill them right when they're broadcast, but you kill them later when you're out. Like, he knows, like, I just don't understand the logic there. I don't get it. Am I stupid? Am I missing something? Should I watch this scene again? They've committed really minor crimes compared to those I've killed until now. You're gonna watch TV. I killed criminals whose names and faces were broadcast when I didn't have access to TV or the internet, but there's still a chance that I'll be suspected, because only minor criminals die when I don't have any information. Like, that's normal for Kira type of thing? Okay, yeah, I get that. In other words, if I also kill criminals being broadcast when I watch TV, I won't call attention to my... Oh, I get what he's saying. Like, Kira already does this shit, so even if Kira will kill minor people when he doesn't have any information, really. So even if he does kill minor people when he is watching TV, he's not really drawing any more attention to himself because it's something Kira does whether it's being broadcast on TV or not, type of thing. So whether he has the information or not, he kills people with minor, who are minor criminals. So he can kill. So if they're being broadcast on TV and they're minor criminals, he can still kill them, as long as they're not major criminals, because that's the only way he would get information on major criminals is if they're being broadcast. But he still found information out about the minor criminals, I guess, as Kira, without them being broadcast on TV. I don't know how he did that. Oh, his dad's computer, right? That's how he did that? I think so. No, that's how he found out what information they had on him, actually. I don't know how he figured out the minor criminals. How did he figure out the minor criminals? Was it his dad's computer? I mean, I don't know how else he would get that other than, like, watching TV. I thought that's how he got it. But he said, minor criminals died even when I wasn't watching TV. And, well, he's not... And he is Kira, but Kira's been doing that in the past or something? I don't fucking know. I don't get it. All I get is he's trying to say is minor criminals die whether Kira watched TV or not, so it doesn't really matter if he does it while he's watching TV because nothing changed. I don't know. I still think it's stupid. Like, if you didn't want them... I guess he's saying whether he does it or not, it draws no more attention to himself, so why not do it, I guess. I like how L is still suspicious of him. Like he said, like later in the episode, he said there's still something off about him. Maybe these cameras aren't necessary because clearly, if one of these people is L, he's smart enough to not do anything weird on camera. Like he's not gonna do anything suspicious. He's probably aware of it already. And so these cameras or whatever are not gonna help. And like I said, if he's aware of the cameras and he knows they're there, he's gonna have his guard up and he's gonna go above and beyond to make sure he doesn't do anything suspicious. If you take them away, that's when he lets his guard down a bit, and then you might be able to catch him a little bit. You know what I mean? The probability of you catching him will go up. But not to say he's stupid, but I'm just saying, when people feel comfortable and they feel relaxed, they let their guards down a bit. That's just what happens. But what was I saying? So I think that it's smart of him though to like, yes, based on all this evidence, the chances of Kira being one of these people is low. It's only 5%. But just because of that, that doesn't mean that I should let this go and like not suspect them. Like he's like a dog with a bone. He's not gonna let this go until he makes sure there's no doubt, not even a 0.00000000001% chance that it needs to be zero, and then he'll move on. So I can see that now. Like I like that he's doing that. I like that that's how he thinks, I guess. But because that's what you need to be doing, I think, in all cases. Maybe that's a waste of time. I don't know, but like, especially in a case like this when you have this serial killer where this is kind of like unlike anything you've ever seen before, and this is unprecedented circumstances. I feel like you need to take every possible route, every precaution, every possible scenario, whatever, into account because, like I said, this has never happened before. So you probably should be taking precautions and doing things you haven't done before to, counter that. So I do like that he's, not going to let this go until he's for sure, without a doubt, that he's not Kira. And just the way Light's acting, that stuff with the door hinge and the handle, I think those were just kind of like some small indicators that this person, maybe he's not Kira, but he is kind of as smart and as prepared or cautious as Kira is. So I'm gonna keep following this kid around. And then he freaking signs up for his college or whatever. I'm sure that they let him in because he pulled the like detective card or something. So he's going to that college, or maybe not. Maybe they came up with like some fake. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Okay, maybe they came up with like some fake documents, transfer documents or whatever, and fake file, and he got let into the college or whatever. But again, maybe he did pull a detective card, and I don't know. Maybe they'll explain it, but so now he's gonna be able to follow Light all around. And then the thing with like, what did he say? Oh, I'm L. Yeah, I'm L. If you can promise to, I don't know what he said to him exactly, but maybe I should go look at it. But he said something like, if you something, I'll tell you something. Yeah, go ahead and tell me. If you swear not to tell anyone, I'll tell you some important information pertaining to the Kira case because you seem so interested, right? So he told him, hey, I'm L. And it's so smart because like he said, like Light said, if he tells me this and then he dies coincidentally afterwards, then I'm fucked. Then that's like super suspicious. Oh, he dies right after you find out that he's L. Like, or they're gonna say, who did he tell that to? Who did he say he's L to? He said it to Light Yagami. Oh shit, and then he dies like pretty recently afterwards. That's pretty weird. But maybe if he waits like a year or whatever, 2 years, it'd be like not as suspicious if he killed him, especially if he's going around telling all these other people that he's L, all his other suspects. I mean, depending on how long this goes on, I don't know how long this is gonna go on, but it's been going on for a while now. But like, yeah, if he does it right now, that's kind of. But he's smart enough. He knows not to do it. But I'm agreeing with all the thoughts he had. So like, and then the other thing is like, what did he say? Oh, and clearly he's my hair. It's like curling and it's like I could see it. If he said I know he's using an alias and I know it's that idol from that show his sister was watching. Is like And even if I do write down this name, like I'm gonna see his name, that guy's face, and write down his name. It's gonna be hard for me, like subconsciously I'm just gonna see that guy's face, and so then that guy will die, and he'll be like, oh, so that guy dies right after you meet me, and that's the fake name I used. But like he said, like he's not gonna be able to kill L because like he knows it's an alias. But if he found out L's real name and he died, yeah, I just thought I'd add that on because I know he doesn't know his real name, so he can't kill him yet. But um, he's like, fuck, he got me. I'm fucked. I can't touch him. He's untouchable now. But eventually he'll probably figure out a way to be able to kill him without it being suspicious. Like I said, he'll have to wait a long time, wait for him to tell other people and have the right circumstances surrounding that. But he'll probably figure out a way to do it. I mean, I get it. He's getting rid of a lot of scummy people, but at the same time, he's killing people who don't deserve to die. He's killing detectives that get in his way. Like, why did Ray Penber have to die? Why did his wife have to die? Why did all these other detectives, these FBI agents, have to die? Other than the fact that you don't want them finding out what you're doing. He abuses this power. Get out of my way. If you get in my way, I'm gonna kill you. I'm God. I'm just trying to get rid of all the bad people. And if you're trying to get in the way of me getting rid of the bad people, that makes you a bad person. So, he just, I don't know, I just feel like he takes this shit to an extreme. Like we discussed earlier in the season. What gives you the right to play God? Just because you have the power? Just because you have the power to beat a woman to death doesn't mean that you should. You know what I mean? Or whatever example you want to use. I don't know. Just because you have the power to throw glass bottles at someone's house, it doesn't mean you should. Just because you have the power to condemn an innocent man doesn't mean that you should. Like, I don't know. You guys know what I mean. I'm not saying that the people that he's killing are innocent. I'm sure a lot of them are pieces of shit. I just don't know, like, if every person in jail has done something worthy of dying. You know what I mean? Like, what if they went to jail for, like, for example, in this world, like, a lot of people probably went to jail for, like, smoking weed. Before, you know, it's legal now, but, or having it on them or whatever. Like, you think those people are worthy of, like, dying? Like, do you think they deserve to die for that? Or, I know, like, what's something smaller, but, like, or what's something bigger than that? Like, maybe robbery. Like, you robbed a store. I get that. That's shitty. You're taking someone's livelihood. That's really fucked up. I'm not saying it's right, but I don't know if that person deserves to die. Like, what if they just took the money and left? Like, they didn't beat the guy. They didn't put a gun to his face or whatever. I don't know. Maybe they just had, like, a baseball bat, which I'm not saying this is right, but I'm just saying, like, those things, like, those people deserve to die for that? I don't know. Maybe he wasn't killing people who did. No, he did say he killed people with minor crimes, so. Yeah, I don't know. What, like, how do you determine what's worthy of death or a death sentence and what's not? What is he determining? Is that he's saying any crime is worthy of a death sentence. That's just, in my opinion, that's extreme. But according to someone else, you know, they might have a different opinion. This is just mine. This is just mine. What else happened in this episode? I get that his dad's really scared. He doesn't want to believe that his son or his daughter or his wife or whatever could be a killer. So I kind of feel bad for him. But like he said, no, I can't get mad at him. You know, we can't leave any stone unturned. Like, whether my son's the killer or not, and don't get me wrong, I really hope he's not. This is probably what his dad's thinking. But if he is, I gotta stop him. Just because I love him doesn't mean I can continue to let him kill all these people. But what's really interesting to me is that how, like, excited Light is now. Like, I think he likes the challenge. He likes this feeling of, like, it's boring if it's too easy. Like, it's nice and all, but I think he likes this challenge. And then one thing Ryuk said earlier this episode, what did he say? He said, you know, I'm still gonna kill you after all this. I don't know where it's at. I'm gonna kill you. He was like laughing, and he said, "Oh, I'm totally gonna kill you." Something. Oh yeah, he finally got his apple, and his whole like contorted fucking body and shit went back to normal. But then he throws in that apple in his room. I really thought they still had cameras in his room, but he probably made sure there weren't any before he did that, and made sure there were no wire traps or whatever. There it is. In the end, read that wrong. In the end, I'll really write your name in my death note and kill you. Why? Because you like he denied you of apples for so long? Ugh, get over it, dude. Do you want him to get caught? If he gets caught, this whole entertainment's over. Come on. Don't you want the show to continue? Duh. No, I'm just kidding. But anyways, that's all I had to say about that episode. So yeah, remember to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell to be notified every time I upload a video. And if you guys want full reactions, you can catch that on my Patreon. Other than that, I'm gonna get out of here, guys, and I will catch you in the next reaction.